Hey y'all, welcome back to Seven Heaven, the most blessed and highly favored channel on YouTube. I'm Caress, y'all know, and I'm still in New Orleans. I got kind of sick yesterday after doing the Justin Bieber reading, and I mean there's many reasons for that, but I think part of it is just because the energy's so strong out here. That situation to me has just like sus vibes coming off of it, but I was out for the whole day, y'all, and y'all already know readings can be like energetically draining in a way. But today we're gonna do a reading on another situation that was really sus, and that is the death of Liam Payne. Now he is born on August 29th, 1993, which makes him a tropical Virgo and a sidereal Leo. But he died October 16th, 2024. You know, everyone said it was an accidental drug overdose, or you know, he fell off of that balcony in Argentina, and people just made it seem like it was because he was on drugs. And there was a lot of things going on before he died that was just like, I don't know, there was some shadows in his life, let's say, and some shadow energy that was kind of attached to him. But yeah, I wanted to read for this energy because I just don't, you know, they charged, multiple people were charged in his death too. The Argentinian courts found them guilty, if for nothing else, for neglect, and there was 5 different individuals that were charged. So that said, y'all, let's get into it. Really horrible how he died though, off of that balcony. Spirits, guides, and angels, can you please send us a message through for the truth of Liam? Interesting. First one is mind control, which is interesting to me too, because it's not always in the traditional sense, but wow. And that there was an idea of him having handlers, of Liam Payne having people who, like, I think his girlfriend had left him, but there were multiple people who were like gaslighting him. And what else do we have, Spirit? Can you please clarify mind control for us? I mean, always. Wow. We just talked about the girlfriend being there. And I don't necessarily think that, like, I'm not saying that she had anything to do with it, but I do think she left, like, right before this had happened. I mean, that's pretty damn obvious. That's wildly crazy that this card came out. Because it's like, I don't know how many cards are in this deck. A lot, but it's kind of right on the money. And the greed element too. I mean, I know he wasn't entirely, you know, like we have Harry Styles, who is the super famous one from One Direction. But then Liam, I don't think it was necessarily like, there wasn't a lot of super major things happening with his label and such. And so there's that idea of like, well, I've talked about this in some other videos too, I think Kanye or something, but when they're done, like, what do they do when they're done with you? Because you still hold all these secrets, but you're no longer, whether it's like generating income for them or doing the things they want you to do. I sense there was some resistance there on his side of like just misbehavior and like wanting to come forward with some secrets that he might have been holding. And I think that's also something that happens a lot too. People get on the track of wanting to speak out about like horrors that they went through, but they I don't know, like almost needing to silence somebody is like the similar energy. What else do we have? Spirits, guides, angels. Interesting with this. That's the same thing I was talking about in terms of greed as well. It's like you don't, you no longer supply what they needed you to. And if it's misbehavior, if it's just not acting, like if they no longer have a use for you, what's supposed to happen? And I think he was someone that, I mean, did really enjoy fame in the aspects that somebody can enjoy it. But I think that there's someone involved that's just like, I don't know. Someone was afraid of his wanting to talk and wanted him out of the way because he's no longer that power supply for this greed machine, basically. You know, it's very different when they're all in one direction together, but after the fact, they didn't have a use for him, and someone wanted him out of the way. Spirits, guides, angels, give us something clear and concise, please. Okay. This was pushed. This was pushed out. Whew. And y'all know, I mean, he's dead, but faked death can be like the faked cause of death. So that's our confirmation right there, that they faked his suicide or the accidental part of his death because he was no longer able to be mentally controlled by certain people, and he was no longer supplying whatever it is he did before. Let's pull some tarot, y'all. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2, but I would say the major takeaway in this is like, and I wouldn't, again, like, I feel like it's so awful, but I feel like if his partner was there, they might not have gotten the opportunity to do it. Like, they needed her to be out of the way, out of the scene. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, same thing with the Haley situation with Justin. Obviously a very different situation, but I just think that sometimes they use the partners of people to manipulate, and it happens above them. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, it's their fault, but the people who influence the partners of some of these, like, more vulnerable, famous men and women can pull strings without even the partner knowing that they have a hand in it, is something that I'll say, because, yeah, that's just the message I'm getting. There's strings being pulled where they can't really see them. Let's go. Spirits, guides, angels, what do you have for us, please, for Liam? Thank you so much for the messages you've given us already. Very interesting. These two together. So somebody was at the heart of this, kind of orchestrating it to make it look like a real death. Someone was like the orchestrator, the magician of like the magic trick that was making his death look staged. What else do we have? Spirits, guides, angels. Clear and concise. I mean, this literally fell out. 7 of Swords. Sneaky. 10 of Swords, which is, I mean, look, this is someone who fell. It's interesting because, like, you have someone dead here. So you have the sneakiness, you have someone dead. You know, like, that's weird stuff. And the magician who orchestrated it all, as well as justice. Ooh, 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 ooh. These two also. Just that... First of all, the devils that did it were brought to justice because they were tried in the court system. And I need to look more into that, but I find it very interesting that these are the ones popping out here. Do we have something from Zombie Tarot Spirits? Yeah, let me know if y'all want a part 2 for this. I'm thinking that would be proper. I'm just keeping these short. And it's the same thing, like, same thing with the Justin Bieber reading. I get like a sick feeling. Seven of Swords again. For that sneakiness. It's just somebody not telling the truth. And then you see this guy falling down the stairs here. Liam fell from I think the second story or the third. And then the moon, which is the revealing of secrets, y'all. That is where we're gonna end this. Again, let me know if y'all want part 2. But, I mean, I think we know that there was some shady going on. Rest in peace to Liam. Thank you so much for letting us tap into the energy spirit. Y'all book a personal reading if you would like. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.